having some dinner?
I'm not really hungry, Aunt Harriet.
I understand. But you have to have something to eat. And Luther?
Yes?
There's nothing wrong with tears. They mean we love the ones we lose.
Yeah, but I just can't stop thinking about Mom. It's like I can't control my own thoughts.
That's natural, honey. It just takes time. We all miss your Mom very much. Come on, wash up, huh?
Would you like to say the blessing, Luther?
Bless this food, bless Aunt Harriet, and Uncle Martin. They're the only family I have in the whole world. Amen.
Thank you, Luther. You are part of our family and always will be.
Remember, we have a duty.
A duty? To whom?
To ourselves, if no one else.
How you doing, Steph?
Oh, pretty good now that you're here to help me.
Yeah, well, I don't know too much about what's under these things.
Oh, you don't have to. All you have to know is how to get greasy.
Code Red. Task Force 1, Engine 43, Battalion 6. Respond to roof fire at residential structure 214 Marigold Street. 214 Marigold. Your time is 1700. OCD clear.
Think it's a bad one?
It's a roof fire. If it spreads before we get there, it could be rough. Take care of yourself.
Like that fireplace is backing up again. Why don't you check the flue?
Your house is on fire!
What is she saying?
Get out! Your house is on fire!
Good gracious.
We'll get out to the kitchen. Come on. with this.
Look out! Stand back!
It's no use. We can't move them.
Please! Help! Help! Help!
OCD from Battalion 6. We're here at 214 Magnolia Street, single frame building, heavily involved.
Stop! Let's get that roof opened up.
Okay, Captain.
Let's get back.
They're in there. They're in the dining room.
Did everything we can.
Did you get them out?
We will. Don't worry.
Hit the roof! Now!
Just trying to run back, Dad. The kitchen's boiling. We can't get in that way.
We'd have a better shot through the front, okay, Chief?
Do it now. Quickly, Kelly, Drag, run a line through the front door.
Hurry up. We're running out of time. Get that wire up here. Did we get the wires cut?
Get the single strip back. What, not there?
We're in here. Help us.
Let's check in here.
Help us, please.
Stay down, son. We're going to get you all out of here.
We can crawl.
You take one side, I'll take the other.
Stay low. We're going to crawl through.
Paramedic! Smoke inhalation, we need a resuscitator! They got him! They saved him! Of course, to the bed!
We're here, Harriet. We're right here.
Luther?
He's fine. He's right here.
We're safe, Aunt Harriet. We made it.
I don't remember anything but the smoke. Thank God.
And thank these men.
Paramedics are going to take you to the hospital now. Just a precaution.
My furniture, all my things. Did you save them?
Well, it could be worse. There is a lot of damage, but the house isn't a total loss.
The house isn't ours. We're renting. Everything else.
It's all gone. Everything. Oh, what'll we do?
We got each other. That's the important thing.
But you don't understand. You're too young. Everything.
She could be better. It'll take time, that's all.
No, it still gets to me, even when there's no loss of life. It's still tragic. Think about it. 5 minutes and all you got left is a shirt on your back. Literally.
This little kid is being really brave. I guess kids bend back more easily.
I wouldn't be so sure. He had that look, like he was holding back, you know?
I'll tell you something. I'm going to do something nice for my kids tonight.
I'll go get the other line.
This is Mr. Jason Connors. He owns the house that was burned out today.
How do you do, sir? How are you? I want to know about the people. Are they all right?
Well, the woman's in partial shock, but I'm sure they'll all be just fine. By the way, their name is Henderson.
Yeah, well, see, I have an agent who rents these houses for me, so I've never met them.
Well, I'm sure they'll appreciate your concern, sir.
Mr. Connors has already asked for an estimate of damages. He intends to replace everything.
Hey, that's terrific. I'm sure they'll be glad to hear that. Mr. Connors, I was wondering why the Hendersons wouldn't hear their smoke alarm. I'm sure you're the one who had them installed.
Well, yes, certainly I did. It was 2 years ago.
I think we have an answer to that. Stuff, would you bring that over, please?
This was in the house. No battery.
So needless. Imagine that.
Well,
it's the same old story.
Well, it's not uncommon, Mr. Connors, particularly in older houses.
Well, you know, smoky fireplaces back up into the house, and people get tired of their smoke detectors going off.
So they take out the batteries. Mr. Connors, when was the last time you had them checked?
I don't know. Well, the people just moved in a month ago. Maybe they didn't check either.
Imagine a 50-cent battery and this might not have happened.
Yeah. Listen, I want you to tell those people, I want you to tell them for me that whatever they need, they have. And that's a promise, all right?
Can you imagine that? Bars on the windows. I mean, they might as well be in jail.
Hey, man, they put you in jail. Hey, man, these folks trapped themselves.
Yeah, well, Haley and I were just lucky we didn't get trapped in there with them.
You know, Ted, I don't think there was any real danger of that because Al and I happen to have had every move covered.
I'm sorry I missed this one, you guys, but you have to take vacation time when you're told to.
Believe me, this was a good one to miss.
I still don't understand why people put those stupid bars in their windows anyway. There is a right way to do it, you know.
Well, this wasn't it. They had no release. They couldn't push the bars from the inside out. You know, I guess some people feel there's less chance of a fire than a burglary.
Yeah, especially where those folks were living. But they are still living, thanks to us.
Well, if you're all finished patting yourselves on the back, I would like to have 2 volunteers to go out and check the other houses at the development, please.
What for, Chief?
To make sure they all have spark arresters on their chimneys so they don't have any more fires on their roofs, and to check on all those who don't have window releases on their barred windows.
We were just talking about that.
Does that mean that you were volunteering?
Well, I...
You took a step forward. I saw you.
And I saw you point your finger. That makes 2 volunteers. Thank you very much. Very nice of you.
Well, your father certainly has a way about him.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Have fun, guys.
People at the bar yesterday? No. What are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Yes, I'm feeling thankful to be alive.
Hey, how are you?
Hi. Hey, these are guys who rescued us from the fire. Oh, thank you. I can't tell you how much.
Oh.
I'm glad you're feeling better. I know you're shaken up yesterday.
We had a restful night at the hospital. Also, we got the good news that our landlord is letting us have another house to live in, as long as we need it.
But now we're here to work for you.
Excuse me? We wish to return your heroism for our service. What work can we do for you?
Let me get this straight. You say you want to work for us.
That's right.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that means.
Simple. You saved our lives. We have a debt.
Oh, but that's part of the job. Saving lives and property. Nothing special.
But in our belief, it is.
Well, thank you. That's very nice, but it's really not necessary. We're just glad you're feeling better.
We're not crazy, young man. For us, our beliefs, a sense of balance, helps us to make sense of this world.
Well, I'm not sure I understand, but maybe you ought to talk to the chief. Danny, why don't you take him into Dad's office? It's good to see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Mrs. Henderson, I appreciate your beliefs, but it's really not necessary. Besides, this is a fire station. We have a certain routine
Rotek
here.
will not impose. In fact, perhaps in permitting us to do any form of service, we can free your firefighters for more important work.
Well, even so.
You've helped us. We'll help you. Good work spread like ripples on a pool.
It would be nice if a lot more people believed that, wouldn't it? All right. We'll accept your services. 1 day.
1 day? Why, that could hardly balance.
And Harriet, if that's what they want.
You're right. Come on, Luther. In 1 day, we can have this place shining like new.
Marvelous.
Come on, I'll show you around.
Thanks, Captain Rorschach. My wife is suffering from our loss, even though she doesn't show it. She needs a strong purpose right now.
What are you doing this for? We didn't do anything special. We were just doing our jobs. That's how we do good.
So, in our way, then, we're returning good for good. We call it balancing.
Yeah, well, most people don't go out of their way to balance anything. You want to do any more good to even things out, you come over to my house and wash my windows.
He was just kidding. You were kidding, weren't you, Martelli?
Yeah. Yeah, well, not only kidding, I'm lying. I do the windows at my house.
Tell me something. What if someone does something wrong to you? How do you balance that?
People who perform an evil act must live with it. It has nothing to do with us.
Did the Hendersons own an insurance policy with your company?
No, our policy just covered the owner, Jason P. Connors.
You know how that fire started. Somebody pitching pine cones into the fireplace.
Pine cones?
Pine cones.
Now you're going to tell me the pine cones threw out embers.
Well, the fire screen was open, the rugs caught fire.
And the sparks went up through the chimney, which got the roof going.
And the Hendersons were completely wiped out. Really a stupid accident.
With all sympathy for the Hendersons, Connors won't be that displeased.
Oh, he said he was going to help them out.
He can afford to. That fire did him a lot of good. Not only will he make money from the fire insurance, but now he'll be free to put up apartments.
Nobody can build an apartment house on a lot that small.
He owns a lot of the adjacent property. Jason Connors will make out like a bandit on this one.
Do anything to him?
Do anything to whom?
Connors. I heard what that man said about Connors gonna go build apartments.
Luther, people who eavesdrop usually wind up hearing only part of the story.
Then you aren't gonna do anything to him?
There's nothing to do. The fire was an accident.
Yesterday. It's my turn again.
Why would one man hurt 3 other people? Just for money?
What are you talking about?
That landlord, Jason P. Connors.
Yes, the gentleman who rented us the house. What about him?
Some gentleman. We get burned out and he gets rich from it.
Where did you hear that?
I just heard it in the chief's office. They said the fire was good for him.
That's not exactly what was said. I'm sorry, son. My decision has been made. The fire was an accident.
I still say we should get as much out of Connors as we can.
That's not our way, even if it were true.
The Bible says an eye for an eye.
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. It's not ours, Luther. We're here to serve in love, not hate.
But when your whole world goes bad, you gotta hate something.
You better go after that boy. He needs you more than this fire station does.
I think all Luther needs is a chance to be by himself.
Well, I know what he's feeling. Sometimes it's hard, awfully hard, not to hate.
You know where a phone booth is? I gotta look something up. There's some phones inside. I don't want to go back there right now. You hang around with these guys. You know something about it? Not as much as the firemen, but I'm learning. I know people set fire to their property, and they make it look like an accident. Can they get away with that? It happens. But the arson investigators are pretty good about it. They can trace the fire from the first spark. But I mean, if it did happen, and they did it real extra good, you think they'd get away with it? They could try and hope we didn't catch them. Yeah, thanks.
I can't believe it. In just 1 week, I lost enough weight to actually see the difference.
Slim Fast is making a pledge. Give us a week, we'll take off the weight.
I used Slim Fast for breakfast and lunch. It was delicious, and in just 1 week, I lost weight.
The Slim Fast plan can live up to its pledge because each shake is a nutritious, low-calorie meal.
My husband didn't think I could lose the weight.
Boy, was I wrong.
The Slim
T&T, the right choice.
Yes, my secretary said you'd called. Said it was something urgent.
Yes, Mr. Connors. There's a possible threat to you and your property.
Now, the boy's family got burned out. Seems to convince himself that you started the fire.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Well, I know that, but until we find him, I think you should be careful. Very careful, Mr. Connors.
So then he takes off like a shot.
We had to put the fire out so they couldn't go after him.
Yeah, we were stuck putting a fire out in the back of a pickup truck.
I think we should call the police.
Not yet, please.
Danny, Ted and Haley saw him. He was here all alone. He took off running.
Well, don't you understand? He's angry and hurt and hitting out at the world. He's not a criminal.
Oh, slow down, buddy. Now, you know better, don't you? You remember what the judge told you?
Yeah, I know. But don't you guys see? Well, he lost his mother. He needs... Well, we gotta find him and...
Danny, they could help us find him. They could put out the word to look for him.
Danny, we don't want to hurt Luther. We want to help him, but we have to find him first before he hurts somebody or before he hurts himself.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, hello again. Hello, Mr. Connors. We've been trying to reach you. Yeah, I just talked to the chief. What's going on?
We'll explain.
I hope so. What happened here?
No real damage, sir.
Don't do anything dumb, Luther.
guys.
What?
It's raining again.
No, this Del Monte fruit snack is different.
Oh, yeah. This is Sierra Trial Mix.
Not Trial Mix.
They don't want you to try it?
Of course they do. It's delicious, but it's Sierra Trail Mix. Now I'm mixed up.
Yeah, this is nuts.
No, that's nuts. On TV. And raisins. Zowie.
Pineapple.
700 or send $19.95 plus $4 postage and handling to cigarettes. Box 4444, Carlsbad, California 92008.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Henderson. We haven't seen Luther since he took off. Well, the police are looking for him, too, so hopefully he'll be found very soon. Well, of course I will. All right. Goodbye.
What'd he say?
Well, they've been waiting for him at the hotel, but he hasn't shown up.
Danny, don't take all of this onto yourself now.
But I know how he feels.
And that you care is fine, but even though you both lost your mother, you and Luther are two different boys. Luther has to find his own solutions.
But I want to help him.
It's good. That's good. You should want to help, but there is not one thing more that we can do tonight. I think you better find Luther for Danny's sake. Don't pick, Danny. Finish up your dinner, hon.
Sorry.
Are you still thinking about Luther?
Yeah, anybody hear anything yet?
Mr. Henderson called again. Luther hasn't shown up yet.
Danny, if we hear anything, believe me, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah.
And when we do find him, and I'm sure that he will be found, Danny, we will all do everything we can to help him. Right?
I know. I got some homework.
Boy, he sure is identifying with Luther, huh?
I can understand that.
Well, so can I, but I don't know how we can make it any easier for him.
Maybe he needs just a little time, Jeff.
People say that about everything, don't they?
Good morning for you.
No, she's not in yet. Due in about 5 minutes. Sure we need those supplies. Can't you send someone up? All right, I'll come down.
Hey, Ted, is there any word about the Hendersons and their kid?
Not yet.
Task Force 1, Task Force 38, Battalion 6. Respond to a water flow alarm at Connors Pyrotechnics, 1328 Kruger Avenue.
Connors Pyrotechnics. That's J.P. Connors. We may be hearing from Luther the hard way.
System working? Yes, it's probably flooded in there by now.
What's the best access?
Through that door, about 100 feet down the hall on the left. Right, truck one, get a ladder to the roof. Get inside, step ladder.
The sprinkler system is working.
Hold this side, you cover the building. Right. Through that door, in the left, at 100 feet to the left. Give me the sprinkler shut off!
Truck one, bring in the water back and more sawdust!
Well, we got it, Chief. We just finished spraying that area. Fire was still showing when we came in.
Looks like it started here.
Yeah, arson or accident?
I'd like to know myself. Call the arson investigators in.
Right.
Well, I thought it would be much worse. You've done a great job. Well, don't thank us, Mr. Connors. Thank your sprinkler system there.
Well, we're in E-class occupancy here. We're ready for explosives. Get out! This stuff is about to blow!
experimenting with water-reactive explosives. The sprinklers hit them and they blew.
The lucky thing we were able to observe the scene before that explosion. We may be able to determine the cause of the original fire.
Well, I may be able to help you with that, Chief Rorschach.
Yes, Mr. Thomas.
My security guard at the plant reported that a young boy, about 15 or so, was seen at the rear entrance of the plant just before the fire started.
Yes?
Well, unfortunately, the alarm went off and the boy rode off on a bicycle before he could ask him any questions.
Luther.
Let me get this straight. Did your security man see that boy inside the plant?
No, he didn't. But the door is normally left unlocked, so he could have been in there.
I'll have the police put out an APB on that boy.
Dad, just because he was there doesn't mean he started the fire.
Ted, we have to find Luther Henderson.
Danny, he has to be brought in.
I know, but he'll be scared. He might do something worse. Can't we just wait till he comes home by himself?
Danny, Luther's hiding now somewhere. No, we don't even know when he's coming home.
I might know where he is.
Where?
Well, when I got in trouble, after my mom left, well, I kept going back home, or what I thought was home, even though I knew she wasn't coming back. If he's in there, just let me talk to him, okay?
You got it, buddy. All right, but if you don't succeed, we're going to have to bring him in, understood?
Yeah. Let me check it out first, okay?
Okay. But we're not far behind.
Luther! Hey, Luther! Who is that? Me, Danny Blake. Well, what are you looking for me for? Don't worry about your bike. I wasn't stealing it. I wasn't looking for my bike. I was looking for you. Why? I lost my mom. She disappeared and never came back. I kept going back to an empty apartment, even though I knew she was gone. But I just don't know what to do anymore. Listen, maybe you should come with me back to the chief's house before the cops find you. The cops? You got the cops looking for me just because of your bike? No. They think maybe you started the fire at Connor's Pyrotechnics. But I didn't. Somebody saw you right away from there on my bike. Did you do it? Well, you won't believe me anyway. I will if you tell me the truth. Why do you care so much? I know how it is to lose your mom. It really hurts. Yeah, it sure does. Did you do it? No, I didn't. I swear. Look, you gotta believe me. I believe you. Come on, we'll convince them somehow.
Can I help you today?
Well, we have a lot of painting to do, but we need help in matching our budget.
Oh, no problem. Our best paints are on sale. And for a limited time, you can save up to 35%.
Ooh.
Pick the best exterior or interior paints from Fuller O'Brien.
Great. Now, do you think you can match the color of our samples here? Myrna!
Yeah. We can match just about anything. Fuller O'Brien paints, creating color for over 100 years.
If you've hesitated to try Lee press-on nails, try them now. Lee has made them even better with a fantastic adhesive tab. Its patent-pending design is exclusive with Lee press-on nails. They stick amazingly well. Stay on until you take them off, even through hand washing and showering. With worry gone, enjoy all the benefits of Lee press-on nails.
This USA Network program is brought to you by Planters, the peanuts with fresh roasted taste.
Let's try this out, gentlemen.
It'll be okay. You'll see.
fuel bowl over there on the counter, and then I had to go down to the stockroom for supplies.
Leaving the lab empty and unlocked, right? So that anyone could have entered?
I guess so. Yes, sir.
Did you happen to see the time that you left?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it was 5 to 9.
2 minutes. All right, now set that down where you had it yesterday.
Right here.
Did it have the same mix and weight of firepower?
Just as you asked on the phone. Exactly.
Chief, this is ludicrous.
Well, I had a talk with the boys of the arson unit, and they gave me an idea.
What?
Hey, Ben. You hear that?
Got it, Ben.
You see that polished metal bowl can act like a converging mirror, focusing the light and the heat from the sun onto the bowl. Enough heat to start a fire.
Well, young man, I guess I owe you an apology.
No, sir. It was my fault. I got way off base.
Well, let's just say we're even and start over with a clean slate, shall we?
No, sir. I'd like to do some work for you, sir. Free.
I've already said you don't have to do that.
Yes, he does, Mr. Connors. See, they have to do what they call balancing things out.
Well, all right, if you must. But I want you to know I'm going to keep the promise I made after the fire. Whatever you and your family need, you have.
Yeah, well, I know what I need. Some work on my bike. Your bike? Yeah. You borrowed it without my permission. Now you got some bike balancing to do. Get it? Got it. Hi, I'm Adam Rich.
Ninth race at Hazel Park. Firefighters got the blaze under control within an hour